Atlantic, but because of that impact that could come from another region.
The BPU plans a second and final hearing over the August 14th blackout next month. A report to the governor will follow soon after. Jim Hooker, NJN News, Newark.
Last night's governor's gala raised $3 million for the Democratic State Committee, but party officials were so sensitive to recent controversies involving fundraising that they wouldn't allow news cameras in. Senior political correspondent Michael Aaron reports.
A large crowd lined up outside the New Jersey Convention and Exposition Center in Raritan Center last night. Lobbyists of both parties joined Democratic Party faithful at the $1,500 per person event. This is traditionally one of the ways that people who want government contracts make donations to the party in power. It's called pay to play, and hearings begin Monday on a package of bills to reform it.
How necessary is it to come to one of these things if you want to get government work?
The reality is you have to be good in order to get work, and that's really the long and short of it.
I see a lot of people here who've been supporting the party for years and aren't necessarily paying to play.
But inside, the doors were closed, and when we walked in, the party's executive director quickly escorted us out.
Legacy of opportunity and responsibility.
We could faintly hear what the governor was telling the crowd, but stuck in the lobby outside the hall, we were not in good position to report it for you.
The governor's gala was called the Governor's Ball when the first one was held by Tom Kean in the mid-1980s. It's always been an event open to the media, and there are a few reporters inside tonight, but no cameras. For the first time, they're being barred. You're an ally of the governor's.
I am.
Do you have any idea why they wouldn't let cameras inside tonight?
I think we're all excited about the governor's performance so far, and we're looking forward to next year's election. Things are going very, very well.
Why wouldn't they let us in to see all that tonight?
If you saw how well the governor did tonight, I think you'd be inspired by him. He really is on message, which is about working families and retirees to try to bring New Jersey together in a good way.
So why do you think they didn't let us in?
I think he was great tonight, and everything he's done, he's really hit his stride finally. I'm proud to be a friend of his.
This was a private event. It was a fundraising event. This is a governor who's very accessible to the media, and I think he wanted to enjoy this evening with his friends and his supporters. I certainly respect that.
Governor's galas have always been open to the press before tonight.
I don't know that. I'm not governor, and I really haven't really been involved with running them before, but I think that just as we have the opportunity to talk here tonight, you've had the opportunity to visit with some of the guests and talk with the people who are here, and this is a terrific evening to celebrate the Democratic Party and this great governor.
The governor spoke, Bonnie Watson Coleman spoke.
A reporter who was inside told us we didn't miss much.
Hear any news in there?
I heard none, and everybody in the room, it seemed, was armed with the same talking points about why the news of the scandals and the investigations weren't scaring donors off, even though they raised $2 million less than they did at this time last year.
We asked for Party Chairman Bonnie Watson Coleman to come out and explain the policy to us. Eventually, party spokesman Adam Green said he would.
We were trying to balance two different factors. One, we wanted as much media access as possible, and two, we wanted those at the event to, be in some degree of comfort and not feel as if they were being covered by cameras at all times.
Does this have anything to do with the fact that the records of last year's gala were subpoenaed and taken out of your office by the FBI?
No, again, it's a case-by-case basis. I'd point out this.
It depends on several variables, he said.
We cover the governor's bill signings. We cover his policy pronouncements. We're welcome at those. Why aren't we welcome at his fundraiser?
Let's be clear. NJN was welcome at this event. We encouraged reporters to go into the event, and we offered to bring people out to talk to the cameras right here, right outside the event.
Is there something sordid going on in there that you don't want us to see?
Again, we had numerous reporters in the event, and NJN was invited into the event to come in and observe whatever.
NJN's a television station. We can't function without a camera.
But you are very good, and many TV anchors are very good at reporting after an event what happened at the event. That's why we offered to make sure that copies of all the speeches were available. That's why we offered for all reporters to come in, observe for themselves what was happening. But again, keeping separate the issue of normalcy for those who are actually at the event, making sure there weren't cameras looking over their shoulders at all times.
The night may have been a good demonstration of the support McGreevey enjoys. From the lobby and the sidewalk, it's hard to say. Michael Aaron, NJN News, Edison.
This week, the U.S. Commission on Ocean Policy released results of more than 2 years of study. It's the latest in a series of reports that show pollution and overdevelopment have taken a toll on ocean water quality. Adrienne Supino spoke with a member of the National Commission about the findings.
A new report says if you want to know why New Jersey still has pollution-related beach closings, why ocean quality is declining,